How do you measure success? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about success today. I'm such a goal freak. I'm always setting goals and I want to get to the next goal and the next goal. And a lot of people associate reaching a goal to being success. So I'm going to ask you for a moment, brief moment, pause and go, what is my definition of success? And then, of course, I'm going to give you yours now. I want you to understand that there is no right and wrong. I'm not going to say, yeah, well, you don't see it like me. You're wrong. No, no, not at all. There's not right or wrong. However, I will give you my definition of success. So, like I said, I set goals. I'm a goal freak. I'm always writing down my next goal, going after my next goal. But I don't write just the goal, like, I want to do this. I write the plan. How am I going to get there? I recognize the obstacles, what's possibly going to be in my way. And then I begin, and I have a strategy. So if you looked at success and said, well, that is the achievement of a goal. In my definition, the achievement of a goal is about 2% of the success. It's really not. It's to me the true success is all the work that you've done to get there. All of it, if it paid off. An Olympian wins a gold medal. They run in a track meet and in the Olympics. They run a 50 meter, 100 meter, whatever, and they win and they get the gold medal. That's success, right? You know what the true success is? All the work that that athlete did every single day in days that they didn't want to do the work. They still got up and did it. It's the person they became, what they've realized that they were able to accomplish. The gold medal was the payoff. It was to prove that they did the work. That's where true success lies in doing the work. Because to me, if you say, well, no, Steve, it's only getting the gold medal. So, okay, success is only reaching a gold medal. That would mean every day leading to that success was failure because I didn't get a gold medal, right? If my only success is getting a gold medal and it's 3, 4 years away, every day leading up to that, I didn't get it would mean I failed that day. And I can't see it like that. To me, I look at it and go, every day I moved closer. Every day I became the person I had to. I'd run a marathon. Let me tell you, it's really hard running a marathon. I would not recommend it, although I do sign up every single year to run it again. I got in once, they accepted my application once. My gosh, 11 years ago, and I've not gotten in since. So next year maybe I'll make a donation. I'll get on with the charity, make a big donation, and then I'll get a bid to run the marathon. I just don't see the point of paying thousands of dollars to go through that much excruciating pain. I'd like to do it for free. But let me get back to it. Running the marathon was a heck of an achievement. I was very proud of myself. I finished. And to tell you the truth, even more proud of myself was I torn my meniscus 9 weeks before the race, and I didn't train for 9 weeks. I got up October 13th, 2013, and ran 26.2 miles after not running for 9 weeks. At that point, my furthest run was 15 miles in my life, and I ran 26. So I really took that as you know what, a proud moment. But it was all the work that I'd done leading up to that. And you know what? I probably pushed myself too hard, and that's how I injured myself. And fortunately, I trained so much that the 9 weeks off didn't have a drastic impact. Yeah, it had an impact, just not brutal. I finished in 5 hours, 14 minutes on a torn meniscus, so I was really proud of myself. But let me get back to it. I started training for that in April. So that's all of April, May, June, July, and half of August, 4.5 months. That was the success. When you build a business and you go, my goal is to do $1 million a year in sales. I remember the first time my first business hit $1 million a year in sales. I was really proud of myself, but at that point, it was the years that I'd put in, um, and everything I did to grow the business was a true success. And when I'd realized that I'd done the work, the $1 million was just the benchmark. And then I set it, for the 2 million, the 3 million, the 4 million, and just kept going after it. And so that's my definition because there is no failure until you quit. Until you quit, there's no failure. I I look at adversity and go, this is my opportunity, right? I see adversity as an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to test myself, an opportunity to go after what it is that I want. That's how I see adversity. That's how I see obstacles. This is going to sound funny, but I never want the easy path because I don't grow on an easy path. There's no challenge to it. It doesn't push me, right? I don't get any better. I just get to where I'm going. And to me, it's the journey, right? Every day is a part of your journey. I This morning I was journaling and I wrote something. I have it over there. I can probably grab it and read it, or I can just try to remember. Um, One of the first lines that I wrote was, "Life was never meant to be lived going through the motions." Right? Of just the daily routines, the daily habits. That was never how anybody's life was ever meant to be lived because each person, each one of us, is such extraordinary people. You're extraordinary. There's nobody like you. There's nobody like me, right? You have to bring your awesomeness, your awesome uniqueness to everything and show up and go after it. Right? I don't ever want to be mediocre. I don't ever want to be average. I don't ever want to phone it in. I want to go for it. And I don't I don't mind going for it. I was at my son's wedding. My son got married over the weekend on Saturday. And at his reception, all the young people in their 20s are dancing and they form a circle because like Saturday Night Fever came on. And somebody jumped in the middle and was like doing the John Travolta thing. And they jumped out, and then the next person jumped in, and then there was nobody's going to jump in. And I mean, gosh, there's 30 people in this circle. And I kept looking, and nobody's going to jump in. So I said, "What the heck?" I jumped in and I did my John Travolta. And afterwards, my daughter had said something like, "That's typical of you, just jumping in the middle, being right in the center of attention." And I said, the only reason I do that is because I'm confident enough. And the first two people were confident enough. But there's 30 people and nobody else jumped in, because why? Oh, I can't dance or somebody might laugh at me. You do think I actually ever thought that? And I'm like, I'll just jump in and I'll dance. And people were clapping and cheering, and it was a great time. And to me, like, why wouldn't I feel the rush of that? Right? Yeah, I could have totally screwed up too. And I'd have been fine with that. That's just a confidence thing for me. And that's part of why I go after everything. And for me, like I said, my definition of success is um, who you become along the way. So, hey, listen, I'm recording this. It might sound a little different. I'm still on the same microphone, but I'm not recording using the same software because I'm shooting this in video as well. And you're going to see if you watch this on video, one take. That's it. One take. I don't edit this. You will not see a stop and start. I don't look down at a script. You could watch me the whole time. This is me sharing my life. This is me 100% sharing who I am. And what I'm going to tell you right here, I was the opposite of me. When I was younger, I had anxiety. I lacked confidence. I lived in fear, the whole thing. And when I realized it didn't serve me and I had to do something about it, it was time to do something about it. And in life, if you don't like something about your life, you have two choices: do something about it or do nothing about it. And I couldn't live doing nothing about it. So if you love this podcast, you'll also be able to watch it on YouTube. I'll post it on, and this is my living room behind me. If you look over my left shoulder, that's a library ladder. It goes up to a wine collection. So, you know what? Maybe one day I'll give you a tour of my place. I love my house. I share it all the time. I love it. It's big and roomy and inviting and warm and friendly, and everyone feels instantly comfortable entering the door. And that's always what I wanted. So this winter, I think I'm going to do an open house at one point. So if you're a listener in Chicago or anywhere, if you want to come to Chicago and you want to show up to my open house, I'll make sure that I put it in the show notes, an invite. Meantime, go to the show notes because I do a coaching thing on Wednesdays, which I'm kind of switching back to my master class because I'm just going to give you a little insight. I've had a really good year. Like 2024 has been a phenomenal year for me. And going into 2025, I am like just set where I've already launched. So like I am going and I want to take everyone with me. I want everyone to be successful around me, and I'm going to make sure that people are around me. I'm going to bring people in and elevate their lives and so that they can reach the successes they didn't realize that you can even reach in 2025. So show up to the Wednesday Masterclass. I'll throw a sign up in the show notes, and I will see you tomorrow.